in front of the camera so they can see you. Yeah, yeah. I'm taking a little trick from what Naushin did. This is a trick that she did. I'm gonna take this trick from her. Yeah.
So now everybody knows about Bridgeway.
Hey, what's up, folks? What's up, folks? Make sure you start sharing this. Start sharing this. Start sharing, share. See y'all share. All right. Hey, what's up? What's up, Raph? Make sure you share. All right. All right, folks. We're gathered here on this nice, beautiful day to basically honor women in our community. Hold on, we're gonna wait for the Make sure y'all share. All right, we had to wait for the fire truck to go by. But we're here to honor women in our community who have impacted our community in a much positive way. Too many times we have seen society has only honored men in regards to leadership representation. But that's not right, because there's women out there who are on the front line on the ground who are putting in work for people, run organizations, run movements, take lead in community affairs, and doing what many of us should be doing, but they're going above and beyond. They're taking it to a whole different level to not only make sure that we as a community are good, but to also make sure that the youth who are watching can see representation and leadership throughout the community. My name is Anthony Beckford. I am a community leader here in Flatbush and East Flatbush. I'm the president and co-founder of Black Lives Matter Brooklyn. I'm also the city council candidate for the 45th district. But today is not about me. Today is about women who, just like my mother, took it upon themselves to not just provide nurturing and caring for the community, but to provide resources, provide services, provide a face to leadership that has been needed, but that many have been basically trying to blanket over so that way the young girls of today don't see the representation that they have. But we're here to highlight this representation. This is the first annual District 45 Women of Distinction Awards, COVID edition. Sooner or later this will all be over so we could do this in a bigger venue. But this is so that way the community can see who these women leaders of our community are and see that there is work that's actually being done and not just talked about being done. The fact that there is not lip service, but there's actions that are being put forth to make sure that we get what we need as a community. Be it mass distributions, be it advocacy, be it food distributions, be it mentorship. There is a whole array of topics and categories and platforms. But to honor these women today, I'm truly honored to be able to honor them today, because I've worked with each one of them on a different basis for various situations and issues, and I can tell you, they're giving me a run for my money. Okay, so as you walk by, acknowledge these women, give them a round of applause. As you're getting on the Facebook Live, make sure you share it and make sure you put up well wishes to these women leaders in our community. First up, who I'll call up is community advocate Donna Rose for her dedication and commitment to the community, for her tireless and selfless efforts in advocating for her community, helping her neighbors in need, and mentorship of the youth to guide them away from gangs and gun violence. This, I say it again, is a true honor to honor these women today. And again, this is the first annual District 45 Women of Distinction Awards for the Certificate of Distinction. Ms. Rose. Today I'd like to present you with this award here. There's so much more I wish I could present y'all with. Flowers, streamers, a marching band, you know, but we're on restrictions, so we do what we can in this time so that way we can at least still make sure that your voices are heard, that the faces are seen about who's actually doing what in our community. Say a few words. Just press on that.
I'd like to say thank you, thank you. It's been a challenge, but I'm always out there, always on call for each and every one who needs me. Thank you again.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Donna Rose.
Good job.
All right, next person. Again, if you're on Facebook, make sure you share this. Next person, for the first annual District 45 Women of Distinctions Award. I'll keep on repeating that for everybody to honor so that people understand how important this is. Certificate of Distinction to community advocate Seema Karatnaya for her dedication and commitment to the community, for her tireless efforts in educating the public about health guidelines and necessary precautions in regards to COVID-19 and helping to distribute PPE and food to community members in need. Again, it's a truly honor to honor these women here today because so much will not get done if these women did not take the lead that they took during this pandemic, but even throughout many issues in this in the community that we have. Ms. Seema Karatnaya. I think I figured out how to work that out by now. There you go. All right. And just keep that pressed down.
Down.
Yeah, the button right there. Keep it pressed down.
Like this?
Yeah, keep it.
I want to, first of all... There you go. I want to, first of all, thank Anthony Beckford for recognizing all of us. You know, it's a true honor because it's important, not the fact that you're recognized, but the person that recognizes you. There are many people that are in government, that are in other entities of power that we truly do not want to be recognized by due to the nature of the work that they're doing. But Anthony Beckford is someone that I, with a peaceful heart and an open soul, can say I am super proud and honored and happy to be honored by. And you know, and I also want to say thank you to each and every one of these women right here, because this is a sign of true action. This is a sign of true multicultural initiatives and woman empowerment, but not feminism, not woman empowerment for the purpose of putting men down, for the woman empowerment for the purpose of joining with men and creating this balance inside the entire world so that we are all benefiting, so that we are all primarily healthy and then happy, loved, respected, and honored. Thank you very much.
Seema Karatnaya. Yeah, just excuse me, I'm doing the whole Grammys behind the scenes thing right now. Make sure y'all share this, folks. Share this. All right. The next honoree for the first annual District 45 Women of Distinction Awards. Yeah, I like the way that rings. The first annual District 45 Women of Distinction Awards. The Certificate of Distinction is awarded to community advocate Naushin Ali for her dedication and commitment to the community, for her tireless efforts in providing resources and services for community members in need, for her consistency throughout the pandemic in battling food insecurities with various massive food distributions and food drop-offs to those in need. I can tell you this, I remember the first time I met Naushin, we were in the rain distributing food. Never did I think that I'd ever do that, but I did it. But that shows the dedication, you know, that many of our leaders here today that are being awarded have put in, which is why they deserve to be honored, not for political beliefs, not for political clout, but for the work that they put in the community for the people. Naushin. Welcome. All right. I'm gonna make sure I get photos of everybody after. You know, I'm doing like all the behind the scenes stuff. All right, just hold on to that.
Thank you so much, Anthony, for giving me the honor and giving me this award of distinction, Certificate of Distinction Award. And this award is not for me, it's for all the women there and all the men who empower the women, who stand next to the women and help them, you know, and it is for the women equality. And I hope in coming days we will have more justice and more equality for the women and more opportunities for the women. And this is what our women empowerment is about. Thank you so much. Thank you, Anthony, once again.
Ladies and gentlemen, Naushin Ali. Oh yeah, she's also a part of People's in Need organization. Yeah, and Donna Rose is a part of East Flatbush Village. And Shima is doing like all type of work with many electeds, especially throughout the borough of Brooklyn. So literally, like she is a conglomerate triple threat. All right. Okay, cool. Whew. All right, next. For the first annual District 45 Women of Distinction Awards. This certificate of distinction will be given to community advocate Victoria Stinnett for her, yes, let the claps ring, for her dedication and commitment to the community, for her tireless efforts in advocating for black property owners and small homeowners, as well as tenants, for advocating for equity and investment within our community so that way our small businesses can thrive, for advocating for those who want to take up leadership positions but yet have not been able to get the guidance and mentorship that they need. I award this award for the first annual District 45 Women of Distinction Awards to Miss Victoria Stinnett. Go. Dr. Victoria Stinnett. I'm bad with titles.
Just like this, right?
Yeah, just press down on this while you're talking.
So good afternoon, everyone. I am grateful this evening to stand here on behalf of many women who haven't got the opportunity to come here this evening or this afternoon and be recognized. There's so many women in our community, but most of all, I am so grateful that Anthony Beckford, he's running for City Council for the 45th District, and he's also the president of Black Lives Matter, that he would take this time out to recognize us during this time. And if I could give him back this certificate to put up to say, hey, you did the work too, you know, and he's somebody who is boots on the ground. You know, there's a saying, I think I saw this on Facebook, that If you stand in silence in the midst of injustice, you are siding with the oppressor. So we are grateful today that he's someone that comes out and call it out for what it is. And for that we say thank you, Anthony, and may the grace of God, that peace that passeth all understanding, be upon you and your endeavors in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Victoria Stinnett. Dr. Victoria Stinnett. I'm about to get myself kicked. All right. Hold up. All right, cool. Had to check to see how many we got left. All right. So this next first annual District 45 Women of Distinction Awards. I just love saying it. Certificate of distinction goes to community advocate T.S. Candy for her dedication and commitment in the community, for her advocacy for not just women but also black trans lives as well within our community and throughout New York City. The push for passing the repeal to the Walking While Trans ban, advocating against police brutality, and providing assistance to organizations and advocates in need. And many of you know that representation has to be shown so that way we can truly call ourselves inclusive. And too many times the word inclusive gets lost in the divide of the mind and the divide of ideology. So I'd like to present this award to T.S. Candy. You ain't got doctor or anything in front of your name, right? All right. So y'all ain't about to get me. All right. There you go. All right. And just hold on to that. You should know how to do it.
All right. Hey fam, how y'all doing today?
Good. How you doing?
My name is T.S. Candy. I'm the Executive Director of Black Trans Nation, LLC. I'm also the Executive Director of Black Trans Nation New York. Black Trans Nation New York is where we put black and brown TGNC individuals into political office and advocate for black and brown bodies, especially transgender women. I'm also, as I want to say councilman so bad, but city councilman, but the city councilman elect Anthony Beckford. I want to thank him so much for highlighting the work that I have done in this community as well throughout the state of New York. I am one of the leaders, the main leader who repealed the Walking While Trans ban. And I heard that a lot of people say, what is that? Well, 44 years ago, there was a law put in place that's called 24037, which was the loitering for the purpose of prostitution. A lot of black and brown bodies was automatically profiled, stopped, and frisked for simply the way that they're dressed. Like right now, the way that I'm dressed, I can be used to, I could have been profiled and stopped and frisked for being a prostitute and actually arrested for the way that I'm looking today. So on February the 2nd of 2021, myself along many others saw the repeal, the removal, and the expunge of the loitering for the purpose of prostitution. And I'm also the face of decriminalization of sex work, where we will decriminalize sex work in the state of New York. Thank you so much for having me, and I'm honored to be here.
Emily, do I need a photo shoot?
No, we're going to do a photo.
Okay.
All right. All right, yes, T.S. Candy. So yeah, so there's a lot of progressive bills that went through recently throughout New York State and New York City that many of us have been unaware of, because many of our elected officials did not want us to see the progress that was needed, which is why, like I said, I'm honoring each of these women here today, because their actions, the moves that they've been doing, the way that they have been advocating and leading their community has led to many changes that are needed, so that way black and brown people can stop being criminalized and demonized around every single instance in our communities. And it's time for us to take our community back. And as we say in the movement is led by women. All right. This next award, an honoree for the first annual District 45 Women of Distinction Awards. The certificate of distinction is given to community advocate Zanera Tokdaya for her dedication and commitment to the community, for her tireless efforts in advocating for those in need in all communities, advocating against food insecurities by helping out with and organizing food distributions in and beyond the community, for being a mentor to the youth and to women throughout the city. Ladies and gentlemen, Zanera Tokdaya. Here you go. What up?
Congratulations.
Thank you everyone for this. I want to thank my brother Anthony here, who I've known for many years now, working hard with us together. I just want to say I'm not going to take long because I don't know how to talk much, but I'm going to say I want to say all my sisters here, congratulations. Women need this. We work behind the scenes sometimes. We're not seen. So it's really good that people like Anthony and many others who come out and actually honor us. So we're very proud of him for his hard work. And also this award, I would say I would want to give to my daughters that can lead in the future as well. What we do, we show our kids, just like Anthony shows his daughter, how things work, how to work with every race, every culture, every color. So we are all one. Just remember that and work together. That's all we need. We're blessed. Thank you so much.
Zanera. And Zanera is with Pakistani American Youth Society. I'm gonna give y'all like a quick rundown too of Pays. Pays is like a second home to me. Throughout the district, they're on the other side of the district, but they have crossed what my brother Cass said is the bridge, which is Newkirk. And from March of last year to now, they have helped the community, and I've been along with them on many of these journeys, with over 200,000 hot halal meals to community members in the Coney Island area, in the East Flatbush area, and throughout the whole rest of New York City, just to make sure that while we were going through this pandemic, that we did not experience the food insecurities that we've been experiencing even before the pandemic started. So definitely, shout out to y'all. I don't know how much weight this thing can hold, so we're gonna hope it holds everything. But just real quick, there's 3 honorees of special appreciation that I do want to acknowledge as well. Many of us call her Mama in politics and throughout the district, which is the Honorable Una Clark, who has made a lot of moves politically. It's representing women when she's in the council. Many of y'all know her daughter, who is Yvette Clark. But Una Clark literally paved the way locally for a lot of women to be honored, for a lot of women to be able to, do what they have to do and to step forward. We have Shirley Chisholm, and then we also have Una Clark. And I just want to give that special recognition to Una Clark for all that she's done. I've looked up to her, as a young boy. It was one of the reasons why, I led myself into politics as well. The next person is my mother. She's going to be here right now. But Paula Bedford, who's been a matriarch of the community. She's been a school crossing guard for over 30 years. Who has taught me, how to get by even during the toughest struggles. She's the reason why I am the person I am today, the leader I am today in the community. The reason why it's so good for me to give back to many of the women in our community who have led. Because my mother has led me. And that's why I'm here today to help out, what I can in the community, but also to honor the women in the community who actually are out here doing the work and recognizing them for the work that they have done where others refuse to do so. Oh, yeah, thanks. All right. Ms. Officer, give her a break on the ticket. We're honoring women today. All right. Hold on. Hey, traffic officer. That's right. I'll be right back. All right, folks. All right, so thank you to the traffic enforcement officer over there. Okay, so now for some of the folks who have not been able to get here today, I'm still going to name them off for the first annual District 45 Women of Distinction Awards. We have Anaya A, who, the Certificate of Distinction for Community Advocate Anaya A, for her dedication and commitment to community, for her tireless efforts in keeping community members educated and engaged in matters that concern them, for bringing about accountability to those who fail to serve the people, and her pursuit to bring unity and empowerment to community members, especially those within the Afro-Carib diaspora. This is for Anaya A. The next honoree for the first annual District 45 Women of Distinction Awards, Certificate of Distinction for Community Advocate Monique Chandler Waterman, for her dedication and commitment to the community, for her tireless efforts and advocacy in regards to COVID testing, equity of vaccine distributions, youth mentorship, civic engagement, and the fight to end gun violence in our communities. Oh, there goes Monique. No, you came in just at the right time. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Should I read it again? All right. For the first annual District 45 Women of Distinction Award, this certificate of distinction goes to community advocate Monique Chandler Waterman for her dedication and commitment to the community, for her tireless efforts and advocacy in regards to COVID testing, and equity of vaccine distribution, youth mentorship, civic engagement, and the fight to end gun violence. Monique Chandler Waterman. Kind of spelled fight. I just realized it.
Thank you so much.
Say a few words. Yeah. Oh. Hold on, we're doing the pictures like right after.
Okay. So this whole this, you know how I
Yeah.
Hello. Thank you so much. I wanted to thank Anthony Beckford for us in his community advocate role, doing a great job out here. As many of you know, we went to school, elementary school, PS 135 in the house. So yes, you see PS 135 is a good school that born great leaders along with our parents, right? Jamaican, and I have Bayesian descent, Caribbean descent. And I'm just happy to be here and to be honored and be amongst all of y'all in the community and all the work that we've been doing together. We cannot do this alone.
It's not about politics. It's about real work that we're doing in the community.
Yes.
So we need to come together as a community, put the politics aside, and work together. And that's why I'm here. And thank you so much for leading the way, Anthony, with a lot of advocacy. And I would like to continue doing the work together. Thank you so much.
Monique Chandler Waterman.
Thank you.
I knew her from the days of school lunch, the days of peanut butter and jelly and chocolate milk. There you go. All right. Woo. I realized I packed this many awards. All right. So this next honoree for the first annual District 45 Women of Distinction Awards, certificate of distinction goes to community advocate Trisha Okona for her dedication and commitment to the community, for her tireless efforts in highlighting and addressing the issues that community members face within the community itself, for advocating for our small homeowners who have been experiencing deed theft and fraud, and being a voice for the seniors in the community. Trisha couldn't make it today, but this honor goes to her name, Trisha Okona. All right. Whew. All right, how y'all feeling? How y'all feeling today? Oh, what, the energy's gone? Hold on. How y'all feeling right now? Oh, okay, I thought I lost y'all. I know y'all want to be on the beach somewhere, so I'll soon finish up so y'all can get there. All right, so this next first annual District 45 Women of Distinction Awards certificate of distinction goes to community advocate Sakia Fletcher for her dedication and commitment to the community, for her tireless efforts in making sure that community members near and far are civically engaged, for her volunteerism with food distributions, PPE distributions, and community engagement. And I have to tell you something about Sakia Fletcher. One of the reasons why I'm able to keep going, because sometimes you need that person to ride on you to make sure that you can go the extra little bit of mile or inches. And Sakia has done that for myself and many other advocates and many soon-to-be advocates within our community as well too. Sakia couldn't make it today. She's all the way in the Bronx right now. But definitely this honor goes to Sakia Fletcher. Oh man, all right. Whew. Hold up. One of our honorees is right on the way. Hold on. All right, so we're gonna take a little break so that everybody can start taking photos, questions, comments, and concerns y'all have, and so forth like that, for our two remaining honorees to show up. Hey, what's up?
How you doing?
Yo, this is my cousin right here. How you doing? How you been?
Good. Everything all right?
Yeah, just doing what I can, honoring. See how I go? All right, wait, who gotta go so we can take pictures real quick? How you doing today, man?
Okay. Where your mother? She's not here yet?
No, it's not. She in the house. Yeah. For 8, yeah. Right there on the corner.
And that never happened. And this is late enough, and I don't
Exactly, that hinders the quality of life. So I'll definitely make sure that I get on that.
I'm begging you.
Yeah, definitely. You know she will.
Mother, I know she will be here.
No, I'll definitely
Remember,
address
I know your mother personally.
Hey, Monique.
Yeah.
So around the corner by 8, we do that.
She told me. So we
Yeah,
gotta make
we'll have
work
that.
on that.
Yeah,
Pull up Miss Rose. Where Miss Rose at? Pull up Rose. And the drink.
Yeah.
Or when it's a class Thursday.
I'll definitely address that.
And I'm leaving from the store. I got it. All right. Come on, girl.
I'll definitely.
As a Jamaican mother. Jamaican mother don't fool. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to do it. Yeah, we're
So
going
I
to
did a
do
picture.
it.
She's going to give us one number.
All right. Yes,
That's fine. Are you? Wait, this is the picture. Hi, Anthony.
Here in Flatbush or Crown Heights where they were giving out food. I'm trying to find that area. Have you ever heard of that? He got his wife name.
What'll be? It'll probably be at Flatbush Garden. But let me take this real quick and I'll let you know.
Anthony, want to get your picture?
Yeah, I'm at the end here. I know.
There you go. Yeah. I don't know which camera to look at.
Oh, my niece. Yeah, shit. There's two.
The bike riding on the side.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
The bike riding on the side. And the right underneath it. Yeah, they're in the picture. Who walk on the side. They're in the picture. Give it to me.
Yeah, something doesn't work.
Yeah, yes, I'm certified.
Yeah.
No, they're like everywhere.
Yeah. No, that's something that also has to be addressed too. I do have bike organizations that are trying to teach more responsible bike riding. What I'll do is I'll be past them, but make sure that the community members who have bikes to try to do it, especially the youth.
But about your mother too?
Yeah.
What is it?
So that's what I'm saying. Like, so with us doing our outreach, we'll be able to bring them in and educate them on how to ride the bikes responsibly and not on the sidewalk where people are walking. Yeah.
Because I am scared. When it comes to they're underneath here. I know here. Ride the bike on the sidewalk. Oh!
Yeah, that's
like he knows me.
Yeah. No, but that's why, like, a lot of and that's why a lot of us who are leaders realize that they do have to listen to them. They don't really understand Alright, so let me do this. Alright, cool, yeah. Alright, let's do. Hey. Yes.
Remember?
Yeah, I remember. No, it's cool. Because
Wait,
Yeah, so we're about to do it now. Alright. Hey, how you doing, big man? Yeah, give me a pound. You not listening? Oh yeah, me, you gonna spend some time with my mentorship program.
Good.
Spend some time in my mentorship program.
Anthony, let's take a quick picture with Jamila and
Alright.
everybody here. We'll give it to her.
Yeah, hold on, I'm about to announce him too, so. Alright, folks, we're back to Act 2.
You come.
All right, we just have two of our other honorees. Our two last honorees just showed up, to be able to honor them. That's why we took a break, because we cannot complete this day without honoring every single person, every single woman that has taken up leadership, that has taken up a position of influence, and making sure that the community, receives what it needs, which is representation. All right. The next honoree for the first annual District 45 Women of Distinction Awards, Certificate of Distinction, goes to community advocate Jamila Rose for her dedication and commitment to the community, for her tireless efforts in advocating for women's rights, gender equity, the end to violence in the community, helping mothers in need, and helping to make community members civically engaged. Jamila Rose. All right. Oh yeah. There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Take a photo with you first? Or
Yeah.
just speak first?
No, speak first, yeah. I'm like doing the whole Grammys thing like all at once. All right.
Let me hold this?
No, I got it. Oh, good.
Hi everybody. I'm so sorry for being late. I was at work this morning and I got delayed by an hour and a half. I just want to say thank you to Anthony and for all the work that he has done and for taking the time to actually acknowledge women in the community who are doing work on the grounds, often in the dark where no one can see them. I see so many women here that I respect. I see Monique, I see Victoria, and so many others who are worthy to be honored. So I just want to say thank you, and I'll just continue to do my work on working on prenatal work and also working on getting people registered to vote and protecting voting rights and democracy. And maybe to our next council member, we can make this an annual thing. Thank you.
45.
Not the one who just left, the good one. No, but definitely, ladies and gentlemen, Jamila Rose. All right. Last but definitely not least, the first annual District 45 Women of Distinction Award goes to this honoree here, the Certificate of Distinction to Community Advocate Winsome Pendergrass, for her dedication and commitment to the community, for her tireless efforts in advocating for tenants facing illegal and unjust evictions by greedy landlords and corrupt developers. Don't worry, you can boo on that part with the corrupt developers. For holding elected officials in the city and state accountable for the lack of leadership and representation of the people, and for advocating for the people without any hesitation. Ms. Winsome Pendergrass. Good. Yeah, press on it while you're talking. Good.
Thank you, Anthony, and thank you all for being here first. Let me apologize for being late. I had a class that ended at 12:30. I jump on a Uber to get here as fast as I can. So for those of you who know me, yes, my name is Winsome Pendergrass. I am one of the boots on the ground NYCC Housing Justice for All delegate who is going to Albany, knocking on Governor Cuomo's door, knocking on the senators who don't care about tenants, the people who are trying to haul us out of our home and put us on the side of the street. I'm one of those people who say this shit ain't gonna happen in Brooklyn, okay? I got my first taste of seeing what housing is when I watched a film in 1977 in Kingston, Jamaica called Claudine. And I could not believe that the richest country in the world could treat their tenants and their citizens in that way. I didn't know I would end up here in America and 40 years later still fighting what Claudine was fighting in the late 50s and early 60s. Housing is a human right. It is where ideas are formed. It is where culture is nourished. It is where we learn our faith. It is where we learn to be human. And for any landlord and any governor to not represent tenants and to look at tenants with disdain. It is a shame. And I made a promise, as long as life is in my body, I will fight for the homeless, I will fight for tenants. I am a tenant myself, and for the elected officials who goes to Albany and still don't fight for their constituency, shame on you. Shame. I thank you, Anthony, for this award. I always say Anthony's the guy with the $1 million laugh. I give all him laugh. Laugh, Anthony. He has $1 million laugh. And he's one of the sweetest souls. He's my gentle giant. And I have every hope and every security in my body that he's going to be successful this time. This is Anthony's time. And to all the little roaches running around, this is Anthony's time. Thank you very much, Mr. Beckford.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Winston Pendergrass. So definitely, as I said in the beginning, what we have to do is honor those who many have tried to keep hidden from the community. Honor the gems that many have tried to cover up with the coals. Honor the true leaders in our communities who put in the work, because at the end of the day, this is the reason why we get things done. It's not for political purposes. It is not for different type of ideologies. It is for the true one purpose of the people. And to be able to honor these women today, like I said, I feel honored to do so, because I've seen it that is needed to be done a long time ago, and I'll do whatever I can to keep on helping to uplift the voices and amplify the voices and be the ally I should be to the women that are leading our communities, leading our movements, and putting in the work that has to be done. And this is the wrap of the first annual District 45 Women of Distinction Awards. I love the way that sounds. See y'all at the second annual.
What is it?
Huh?
Tell us what it is again.
Oh, the first annual District 45 Women of Distinction Awards. All right, folks, make sure I share this. Hold on, let me do a selfie thing here. There we go. This is all the honorees right here. That's what's up. District 45.